Mario Kart 64 is a classic. It's fondly remembered by those who played it in the day, and although the game's mechanics might not have aged the best, one aspect that's still as good as ever are the track designs.
We've played this game a lot over the years and know these tracks extremely well, so here we are ranking them in order from least favourite to most favourite.
We each made our own individual lists and merged them together to make this final product, so if you want to see how we individually ranked them, stick around until the end where they will be shown, and make sure to give us a like, hit subscribe and let us know your favourites in the comments. So here are all the Mario Kart 64 tracks ranked from least favourite to most favourite.
16. Rainbow Road. The final track in the whole game is first on our list. Visually it's very nice to look at and the music is some of the best this game has to offer, but the real problem is this track's very long and very boring to play. A usual race can take over 6 minutes with 3 laps each taking over 2 minutes, and it just drags on. Aside from the chain chomps you encounter, there really isn't much to keep the race interesting. The fence surrounding it just makes it difficult to fire red shells, but maybe it's good that it's there, as if you did fall off it does take forever to get back on. The Mario Kart 8 version is miles better.
Number 15, Banshee Boardwalk. Going back one track now, this course has a nice idea, but due to it being so narrow at times, we both find ourselves in the water more often than out. It's another track that has a cool design, although it's perhaps a bit too dark. It's definitely a big step up from Rainbow Road, but it's far too annoying to be placed any higher.
14. Toad's Turnpike. While we're speaking of annoying tracks, this one is full of traffic, which means you'll spend a lot of time flying up in the air, and it can get really annoying when you get hit by a car only to hit another to hit you before you can move again. It just slows you down so much. All the item boxes are in the laybys, and the AI never goes into the laybys, yet they seem to get items anyway, so that's just cheating AI. The thing that really puts this track so low down though is mirror mode, because then the traffic comes towards you, making it even more difficult to dodge. And just like Rainbow Road, this track's much better in Mario Kart 8.
Number 13, Frappy Snowland. This track has a nice snowy aesthetic with plenty of snowmen littered around the road, which can be troublesome. It is a good track, but the most noteworthy thing about it is that there is a very easy to do exploit that lets you skip the whole track and gets insanely fast times in time trial. But it's not popular with everyone. I did have a friend who used to call this crappy Snowland.
Number 12, Sherbet Land. So going from snow to ice, this one is notable for all the giant penguins wandering around. The highlight being the ice cavern you drive through, avoiding the penguins as they spend all day every day walking around their pillars. There's also these tight corners where the cracks in the ice are so narrow it just tempts you to jump them to try and skip the corner.
Number 11, Luigi Raceway. The first track in the game. There's nothing too special about this one as it is just an introductory race, but the simplest designs can be good for competitive racing. There's a hot air balloon with an item box on it near the start, and it is always tempting to try and grab, and there are a few large bends that are great to practice your drifts.
Number 10, Calamari Desert. The road layout's quite simple. There's sand surrounding the track that you drive slower on, and there are trains to avoid as you go over the level crossings. If you get a mushroom or star here, you can boost over the sand, skipping large sections of the race, which is very satisfying to do.
Number 9, Mario Raceway. I mentioned how Luigi Raceway lets you get to grips with the drifting. Well, this track helps you perfect it. This track is free of any gimmicks, and it is a straightforward circuit where victory all depends on pure skill. And luck of the items, I suppose.
Number 8, Yoshi Valley. A history-making course, there are multiple paths in this one, some longer than others, and the game doesn't tell you what position you're in. Not displaying the position should be an option in other Mario Kart, as it adds to the hectic nature of this course. The end of the track can be really annoying if you fall off, and the giant Yoshi egg isn't too difficult to avoid, and dropping bananas on that bridge is an evil trick but very effective. There really is no other Mario Kart course like it.
Number 7, Bowser's Castle. Every Mario Kart has to have a Bowser's Castle, and this is one of them, and a very good one indeed. There are a lot of right angle bends, thwomps that must be avoided, and lava you can fall into. The castle hallways can be a bit narrow when you have multiple racers in there at once, which can escalate the competitive feeling of getting out of that door first. I just wish I knew what that thwomp did to get locked up.
Number 6, Moo Moo Farm. This is a favourite and we enjoy it a lot. It is essentially a big circle with no tight turns to worry about. Suitably bumpy, and the Monty Moles are strategically placed, as driving over their turf creates a quicker path, yet you run the risk of getting hit by them. Did you know the cows are called Moo Moos? Really? Hence the name.
Number 5, DKs Jungle Parkway. Donkey Kong's track provides you with a tour of his jungle, as it is set up like a tourist attraction with the boat sailing through it, which you can soar over as you go over the boost pad. There are some pesky unseen troublemakers throwing things at you if you go off track as well, but it isn't too difficult to stay on. There's also that tight turn at the end with that very tempting steep slope you want to boost up.
Number 4, Royal Raceway. The best of the 3 raceways is Princess Peach's track. Like with Mario's, it has plenty of turns that you can really show off your boosting skills on, but the 2 highlights are firstly the ramp, and secondly the fact that you can actually drive up to Peach's castle, and the layout is the same as it is in Mario 64. Driving this way doesn't benefit you at all, in fact you probably lose the race if you waste time messing around here, but we had a lot of fun exploring it anyway. Shame we don't see Easter eggs like this anymore in Mario Kart really.
Number 3, Choco Mountain. A mountain setting that looks like chocolate but probably isn't. This one makes sure you stick to the track, as hitting the sides can make you tumble. The big highlight of this one is a big circular left turn with boulders falling down, which ends in a quick right that if you miss, you'll fall down and have to do that section again. It's absolutely evil, but we love it.
Number 2, Koopa Troopa Beach. Beach settings are always nice in games. This one has you racing around an island with rocks, crabs and ramps aplenty. There are a couple of shortcuts you can take. There's this easier one to the right of this area. If you head left, there's a ramp that you can boost off to get in the tunnel. It always feels good to pull it off, but it's very costly if you miss. There's also this other ramp that leads to an item box that always gives you a blue shell for some reason.
And number 1, Wario Stadium. The only track in this game that never got a remake, and maybe it's best that way, as I feel they would make too many amendments that would ruin what made this one special. It may not be the best design for a track, but from the memories we have of it, we've had a lot of fun with this one. It is a dirt track with plenty of bumps and jumps. There's a pretty big shortcut at the start by jumping over this wall, which is a bit precise but worth doing. Then there's also the jump near the end. A shell, banana or lightning can be costly here, as falling down it makes you redo a section of the track again. Nintendo today probably wouldn't allow something like that, but that alone is what made this track stand out, and it really is something special.
So that's how we rank all the tracks in Mario Kart 64. If you want to know how we rank them individually, our lists are on the screen now.
Thank you for watching this video. So make sure you let us know in the comments what your favourite tracks are in this game, and while you're down there, hit that like and make sure you subscribe to see more videos, as we're going to do a more in-depth discussion in the future about our memories of this game. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.